I think it's a cool series, a cool sequence where it starts with Anch saying like, I need some advice. I think honestly maybe what happened was he got into his DAW and just making any kind of sound felt impressive. Like when you don't really know how to do anything in a DAW, then the moment you actually do make something, it could just be like a straight sine wave, and you're like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that to happen. So now you've got all these endorphins flowing, and you're like, this is awesome. I'm a music producer now. And then the more you learn, you hit a point where you're like, actually, just isn't hitting my standards anymore. So this sucks, and I suck as a producer. And it's the contrast of feeling really awesome because you made a sound, and then you get to a point where you have a lot more control over it, and then as a result, you're like, well, I should be able to do better than this. And so your standards kind of keep changing, kind of keep wavering. And that's just a part of it, I think. And both of those are things that are going to happen. It's not about maximizing the one and minimizing the other. It's just understanding that both of them are going to happen, and sometimes you reach a day where you're like, I think this is a day where I just am not going to be happy with anything that I'm writing. The big thing is how do you deal with that? How do you personally deal with that?
I'm going to work on something else. Even just that sort of like metaphorical walking away can be really helpful. Like I'm not walking away from making music at this moment, but I am walking away from this track, and I'm going to work on something else. And that is a good way to just kind of jumpstart the creativity, jumpstart the inspiration. I don't know, it's just really inspiring that he figured that out on his own without feeling the need to push himself to the point of burnout with one particular track, because we've said dozens of times at this point that it's better to have 3,000 hours and 200 tracks than 3,000 hours in the DAW and 5 tracks.